Cece is going to be our teacher. And so, Cece, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, great. Do I get to pull up the?
Yes, you will go into screen share. You pull it up, go into screen share, and then just turn it on because it needs to be shared from your screen.
Okay, screen share.
Yep.
You mean
Screen
switch, not switch camera, switch to active speaker, screen share. I don't have a screen share button.
Yes, you.
Let me make sure. I know that Jeff made you a host, and you are showing up.
I have share content. Is that what you want?
I don't know. Mine always says, is it a green button that says share screen?
It shares content.
I think share content's right.
Okay, and then hit screen.
Yep.
And then
hit the PowerPoint.
Oh, it says photo, Zoom, or Messenger. Start recording.
Okay.
That might not be it. Hold on.
Okay.
I think you hit Zoom since you aren't the host, but you're showing.
You think? Okay, I hit Zoom.
Okay.
And
well, the other thing we could do, if it's not coming up for you, hang on and let me see if I can, because I have it up on my screen. Maybe I can share and you can talk about that. Let me view. Let's see. It's not what I want it to be. Slideshow. There we go. All right. All right, let me go back. All righty. Take it away, Cece. And
okay.
I'll move the slides for you.
Thank you. Okay, basic training 2. Keep going, don't stop. So I'm so excited you're all here, and I've looked at it this morning and studied it a little, so hopefully I give you what we need. Do you want to go silver? What are the requirements? How close are you? So those few things I asked myself because I felt like if we're going to do a slideshow, I'm going to want to talk to you guys like we're having this conversation. And I thought of a few things for myself, but then I wanted to see, is there anything that you guys could think of off the top of your head? And then we'll just go through the rest.
Well, there's a number of you that are working on this. Any thoughts you want to share?
It's okay if we don't. I just was curious.
Well, the requirements, does anybody know what the requirements are? How many points and how many legs do you need?
So that's where I was going to go. How many legs do we need? There's just a little typo. I had to actually talk to Kimball about this because we actually need 3 legs. Ourself and 2 other people. And at first I wasn't certain that I understood that. So I talked to her about it, and you need 3 to build, period. That's how that works. And then to draw it and put in names that you'd like to hopefully have. Is there anything you guys want to talk about on that screen? Maybe that I didn't explain well, or?
You did a good job.
Okay, great. Objective: teach as many people as possible to create a better life. We have found Nikken to be a better way. So I know for me, it's a personal thing. Nikken has helped me personally, so that's what I generally tried to do. And I put some notes that I would ask and see if there was anything that you guys felt that has really moved you with Nikken to want to share with others.
Would you like to tell your story of what Nikken's done for you? Because yours is it's a pretty good story.
Did you say Cece?
I said Cece.
It broke up, I wasn't sure.
Okay.
I guess mine is kind of crazy because it started out as a little simple thing as carpal tunnel in both wrists, and then it turned into stomach, and then it turned into all kinds of crazy things that I had no idea could ever come my way. A blood disorder, 2 massive injuries that created brain injury, and neuromuscular disease, and all kinds of fun stuff that I had no idea would ever enter my life. Not that I thought I was untouchable. I just thought I was doing things right. But I guess my path was made out differently, and Nikken has been the only thing that has helped my path be functional. In 2015, I was extremely unfunctional. I didn't walk very well. I couldn't even have this conversation with you because the words did not come out of my mouth properly. So for me, a lot of doctor visits and some diagnoses and a lot of Nikken products have helped me get to sitting here looking like a totally normal person. Not that there's anything wrong with somebody that has issues, but it's a personal thing when you feel like you look fine, but you're really not fine on the inside. So I guess for me, that's why it's extremely personal. And I know I wanted to feel better. And if I see people that don't feel good or look like they're having an ailment or an issue, it's like first nature. It's like the breath that I breathe. Oh my God, you need tape. Oh my God, you need this. You need my water. You need something. So I just have found so much salvation for myself. So I think that's why I like to share it.
What did you do before you got sick and before you were doing Nikken, Cece?
I was a massage therapist as well as a general manager for Lifetime Fitness.
Yep. So you were somebody that came from the fitness world, and it was harder for you.
Yeah, I was in the fitness industry for 18 years. I was able to medically retire at a 20 mark, but yeah, I was eating good food and being healthy 5 to 6 days a week, doing everything that I thought possible to make my body work well for a lot longer than 45.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right.
Okay, so vision, activities, and why we connect activities. I think something that I think about here is that it helps us to engage with each other. Even though we're not working in the field and in the office together, this way it helps us bring our ideas together, and it helps us to communicate the thoughts that we might have solo. And of course, reach out for help, not just from Kimball, but from each other. I know one thing that Elizabeth and I have done is had private conversation only because I think that we are in a close age range that helps us talk to each other in some ways easier, because sometimes I can't talk to young people and I might need assistance from a younger person. And just like talking to an older person. I know it's extremely comfortable to be with you guys and talk back and forth with you guys. And I think that our activities really do keep us connected, kind of like we are in the field, to help each other build our own business. And that's just how I see the vision.
I agree.
I knew you would. So practice. This is doing the business, sharing the products, and sharing the opportunity. So I guess for me with practice, I look at the business for myself as a daily event. It's like I do have a few set hours in my list that I made that I actually do physically sit down and write things down that I do for Nikken. But if I get a phone call from, let's say, my cousin Jennifer, who actually did call me on Saturday, and she was like, I'm going to go see my dad. His legs have barely been bothering him, and he had that spinal surgery. And I was like, you need to stop by and you need to get some tape. And her dad already buys necklaces and bracelets, but I just felt like this isn't just to help my uncle, but this is also a business opportunity. But for me, it was mostly to make him not have pain. And if he saw the difference, which he called me within an hour and was like, why haven't you brought this over to me since I had my surgery 2 months ago? And I was just like, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. But I guess for me, my opportunity is, like I said, it's in the air that I breathe. If something falls in my lap, I just take advantage of it. And it's not that it's a take advantage to hurt anyone. It's honestly always to be helpful. So that's how I see my practice. Okay, and then team. This is how we create a better life, and we never do it alone. So I guess that just goes right back to being with each other and being able to pull from each other or help each other. in our little conversations, whether it's on Sunday or Wednesday, if it's on a team call, or if it's on when we're actually doing the larger calls, when we're maybe trying to help a new client or a new customer. I think that's just us being a team. So Latin America success stories. President of the largest cellular service in Latin America went diamond in Nikken. He was a regional manager of sales when he joined Nikken. He was promoted to the president of the company, but kept working Nikken. Retired from the company last year to do Nikken full time. It was more lucrative. So it's funny because I recently, after talking with Elizabeth about YouTube videos, I started going through more YouTube videos, and I started noticing that they are dated. There's like 5 to 6 years. Some of them are even a little bit more. And I believed her, but I felt like, wow, I cannot even understand this. This is such a great product, and why aren't we making more of these videos? I guess it's the camera shy, unsure of what to say and how to say it and how quickly to say it and how to get it up on the tube. So I think that one of the YouTube videos that I saw that was most recent was from Latin America. And I was lucky that I could understand him. It was in Spanish. There's probably about 5 from this particular doctor. And then there was actually a few more from a few other Latin American managers and whatnot through Nikken. So I felt like, well, clearly they know what the heck they're doing. And we maybe should follow suit, because I think the making new videos would be a great thing. So that's what I think about the success in Latin America.
And I'll put a note about this. All of you ought to be making little videos and putting them up on your Facebook page and then sharing them to YouTube, because videos were, and it doesn't matter. In fact, a gal that I have taken a course with on how to do this, I got up the other day, and I don't look much better today because I went walking this morning and somehow I got busy and never ended up, I changed out of those sweaty clothes into others, but just never got makeup or anything on. But I said, you know, that I hated to get on camera without makeup or anything. She says, my goal for you is to do a Facebook Live with your hair all over the place. So I came back from walking one day and pulled the hat off and said, you know what, we need to love ourselves no matter how we look like. And I put it up. And, you know, so people like to know we're real.
Agree. Okay. What are we talking about now? His previous experiences. Oh, we're on the same one. No?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
experience was
more
not
about.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm hard that it's showing that other, because somehow it wouldn't go into the slideshow view, so you get to see the extra stuff that wouldn't be if it was pretty.
His previous experience in sales was not enough. He had to learn and build a team. You can build a team good enough to reach any level of business. You have to learn to be comfortable with your team. ABCs are the business. So for this one, I actually have experience with, because in my general manager hat, I had a sales team, I had a PT sales team, I had kids activity sales team. I had quite a bit of sales underneath of me. And as I became a general manager, I actually had to be one of those people as well. I had to be certified in all of them in order to have my general manager certification. So I knew what it took for them to be who they were and how it would affect all of us as a GM. So it is definitely something that I believe in as far as what this is saying. To be comfortable with your team, you really have to be kind of able to connect and have confidence in each other, and not be afraid to reach out and talk to each other, because honestly, we're all on the same team to get where our goal is honestly the same place. We're just maybe at different stages in our life, and we're going to talk to different groups of people, but we all have the common goal.
Yep.
Okay, ABCs. A is the expert, and you want to use your junior business partners as A's. B introduces the A and the C to be quiet. C is the prospect for the business, for the product or business, and goal is 3 per week. So for this, I remember that when I first started talking to Kimball it was through my friend who was, I believe, a consultant at the time. And she's like, you have to talk to Kimball. She will help you with your hands. I promise, you know. So then I was kind of felt funny, and I was just like, I'm going to go call this lady who's going to help me because Chris told me she was going to help me. and I'm a people person and I like to talk, but I just really did kind of feel funny. But then after, it was perfectly fine. Like, it didn't even take me 2 minutes to be comfortable with Kimball and understand that Chris put me in the right hands, and trusting the person that brings you to whatever Nikken consultant you would like them to speak with. So that's how I see the ABCs.
And sometimes people think that it needs to be me, or it needs to be someone higher up. But you know what? Anybody that's doing this business and has a heart and has an experience is a great person. And when you put someone on as the A, it really helps them. And so that's one of the things that we're going to talk more about in the coming weeks is you're doing the A for each other, and, you know, and people that are in your downline, bringing them up to an A, because it really will make a difference and it gets them excited. Because I'll tell you what, that's the excitement of this business, is when you share these products or you share the business, and if you share the product and they get a change in their life, that's huge. And if you share the business and say they can start paying a bill each month from that business, then that gets people excited. And I'll tell you, right now, there's a lot of people financially hurting.
Okay, if you do 3 ABCs per week, you can go silver with a structure in 3 months. You can go gold with the same structure in 6 months. Let's plan our month, set dates for weekly events, choose speakers for weekly events, set goals for 3 ways.
So last week, Barbara, from everything I've heard, did an amazing job with the call. And part of your homework was to be thinking about, now I got to get this screen unshared, and bear with me just a second. Let's see. Your screen sharing, stop the share. Okay. So what I had her talk to you all about, and I want you to see what you think, is that we need to have a weekly event that all of us can invite people to. I don't know, I can't remember who else was on, but CC, 3 weeks ago, I did one, and we had a really good turnout. I think we had 4 guests at that one. And then the following Friday, we did one, and CC had 2 guests. And what I want to get is either one day a week at a certain time that we plan to have these, or either like, say, this week on a Friday, we would do it at noon. And then maybe the next week on Saturday morning, we would do it at 10 or 11. But I need to know the times. And the reason I want to do it this way is because I already have people in all the different time zones. And CC's over in Arizona, which right now is on California time, and soon it will change to Mountain time. But if we have times where we can all come together. And so what do you all think? Do you want it at the same time, or like every other week where we do one at, say, at noon, and then the other one on a different day? But that would be, and that way you have 2 different times that you can ask people to. What are your thoughts? Because this is you guys planning it.
Okay, well, I know.
Yes, Cece?
Oh, I was just, for me, I am open to any time. I just do homeschool in the morning until usually 10 o'clock. So that's 2 o'clock your time. I know that could be challenging if you want it in the earlier part of the day. I could always try to flop some of our schedule around, so that way I could be on if it's something, you know, that really pertains to some people that I might have interested, or if I'm going to have people on the call as well. So I don't mind being flexible.
What time do you start homeschooling again?
8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Yeah, and I'm in the same boat with the homeschooling. I pulled David out fully to just do homeschooling. So as long as I can get him settled into a place where, like, if he has questions, I could maybe push the questions to the end and just tell him to keep going through. Like if he's in the workbook versus on the computer doing testing, that's where I get the flexibility. But I don't see a problem with maintaining flexibility in general, just because it's kind of how everything has to be right now in order to get everything done.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I just was like grading his last couple of sheets he was working on. He's like, I want to play my Game Boy. I'm like, dude, you got to do the rest of your sheets for the day.
So do you all want to have every other week, 1 week, say in the afternoon, and then the next week in the evening? Give me some feedback and some days. And the days that I'm available to do this with you all, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, so I would say probably like a Thursday and a Sunday, maybe do one Thursday 1 week and then Sunday the next week. And then that way we can have people for the different time zones. So that way, if we do have people in other time zones in North America, then that way, you know, oh, I'm sorry you can't make it this week, but hey, but next week we're going to have it on this day. And that way we already have like a response. You know, again, I'm flexible with the times, but I think maybe Thursday for people that maybe have more flexibility in their day-to-day Monday through Friday schedule, and then have a weekend day as like the next week option in case they don't have that flexibility and they do have to go to work Monday through Friday.
So would Thursday, say at 7 p.m., that would be 4 p.m. your time. Would that be a good time?
I think that could work. I think Thursday probably is the best day, just because Friday is generally family chill out night, and nobody's trying to be on a call for nothing, unless it pertains to getting a pizza or the chicken wings for Friday night because nobody wants to do anything. So I agree with Thursday and Sunday.
So what time on Sunday afternoon on the week that we do the Sunday?
Oh, gosh, I feel like it would be a baby shower hour, like between like 12 and 4, because
Yeah.
somebody's got to cook dinner and get everything ready for the next day, because not everybody is as flexible as Elizabeth and I to be sitting at home doing homeschool. So I definitely want to make sure we're making it easy.
So for people in the other part of the world, would it, for your part, would 1 o'clock be too early for people, for you, Cece, you think?
No, I think that would be fine.
So 4 p.m. on Sundays, does that work for everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll give it a try.
Okay. Do we want to go for Sunday at 4 this week, so we go ahead and get in the rhythm, and then next week it will be Thursday at 7?
We could.
Yeah.
Okay, so Thursday at 4, we will start this week.
You mean Sunday?
Sunday. Okay.
Right. And then hang on 1 second, because I gotta get back into my. You heard me say I love technology when it worked right? Here we go. All right, now, is there anybody that, or do you all want me to do the first one this Sunday, or does one of you want to go ahead and lead the event on Sunday? And it's going to be what I called it before, which is a laugh, learn, and energize. And I know that all of you were on the first, but it's pretty much, we're going to start out, we play the jelly bean game, and whoever's doing it, I can send it to you, because it's just fun, and you learn about people's personalities. And then we will move on to talk about a couple of the products and show about them, see what questions people have. The whole goal is to have all of this and have it done within an hour. And then I will send out something to everybody that's a guest there, unless you have your own. Cece already had her stuff made up. If I send them out, I'll just tell you what it costs for the thing, and I'll mail it out. But anybody who comes, we want to give them the gift of some products, because seeing is believing, but trying is buying. So do you all want me to do this one on Sunday, or does one of you want to go ahead and be the speaker?
Kimball, I want to for sure get some info from you for the product samples that you had together. I'm pretty sure I have a good idea what that what that was. But if you and I could maybe connect just for a couple minutes and talk about that real quick. And then I would love to host, but I haven't seen the jelly bean game play out. So I don't want to take reign just yet until
Okay.
I can actually see it.
Do it.
Pardon?
I said it's easy. She could do it.
Oh, it is. Do is you hold up the jelly bean, and you're close enough. I can get you some jelly beans because I bought them just for this.
I was gonna say I don't buy processed sugar. I don't have jelly beans.
Really about the color. I'll tell you that this is on color psychology. It's about 80% valid. I will tell you, I did this 20 years ago, and I loved it because it nailed me. I am a purple jelly bean all day, every day. But it's kind of fun, and people laugh at. All you do is you hold up the jelly bean and say, this is what it is, and then who likes this color jelly bean, and then you read it out, and then who likes this, and people wave their hands. It's just all in fun. So, do you want to go ahead and do it this Sunday, Elizabeth?
Yeah, hell yeah, why not?
All right, Elizabeth.
Let's do
right.
it. Hey, if I goof up, at least it'll be more memorable.
And who wants to be the speaker for next Thursday? We don't have to go way out, but who wants to be the speaker on next Thursday at 7 p.m.?
Do you have a particular topic?
You can choose it.
I get to pick a topic?
You get to pick a
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it.
All right, Barbara, it is 7 p.m. on. Okay. Now I want you, and you don't have to do this because Kimball is not somebody that puts people on the spot. I think that really kind of stinks. But I want you to think about, if you have not gotten to me, how many 3 ways you'd like to do each week. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes when people see things like, and this is kind of what we're doing, they think about, and I don't know why, but for some reason I can't see you all anymore, but I guess that's okay. When I hit Zoom, it will let me see everybody again, but it's not going to today. So you just set a goal for when you're going to do this business and what you're going to do. And you won't always hit your goal. If you've ever noticed, when you set goals, you do not always make the goal. But what do you do if you don't make it? You just reset it. And then you just keep going until you get there. And I would suggest, if you're not a silver, you want to set your goal every single month to go silver. And if you haven't made it, you reset it. If you are a silver, whether you're qualifying or not, you set it to go gold. And you don't make it, you hit it every time. So somebody was saying to me recently that, they said, well, I don't know if I can do all of this. Well, here's how simple going silver can be. And some of you on this call know this. We were headed out to San Antonio last year, and I got a call on the night I was leaving from a gal that's been signed up under me twice before, and she bought a little bit of product, never a whole lot. And she said, Kimball, I'm ready to sign up. I said, okay. So I pulled out the computer. I helped her get signed up. Well, she actually put in about $700 worth of product she bought that day. I was like, well, that's nice. I wasn't expecting it. It was near the end of the month. They gave me a great end of the month. Well, then she had a friend of hers who she told to go and buy the product, but Lord, the girl had my website, so she bought them from me, and then I had to go back. And what I did was I just bought the products off of my new consultant's website and turned around and sold them. But that way, it was an easy way to get the volume back under her. So then that woman signed up under her as a consultant. I noticed she was signed up, and I called Dara and said, hey, Dara, Melissa signed up under you. And she said she did. And I said, yeah. And she bought another $1,000 worth of product. Well, then she did some sales and different things. And then December came. And you all know I'm a spiritual person. And sometimes I hear this voice. I call it God. Some other people call it universe. But it was like the Saturday after Christmas, and my granddaughter was in town, and I was off to see a horror film with her because that's what she wanted to do. It was about like 9:00 at night, and this little voice says, you need to go in and look because Dara might need to go silver. So I go in when we're in the movie before it comes on, and I realize she is like $1,500 away from being silver. And I knew she was getting married on New Year's Eve. And I thought, I don't know if she's going to want to do this or not. And those of you that work with me know Kimball's not pushy. You want to work, you want to make money, I'm going to help you do it. I'm going to teach you how to do it. Won't help you, I'll teach you. But I'm not going to push. So I sent her a text and I said, Dara, you are this close. What you need is one more consultant and this amount of volume. I don't want to push you, but if you're interested, let me know. Well, the next day she called back. She said, Kimball, I cannot go silver. I can't do this too much. I said, not a problem. I said, I'm just up front with you. I said, if you don't go silver this month, I'll make more money off of you. That's the way it works. If you do go silver, you'll get your products cheaper and you'll be ready to move along. And she goes, I don't want to do it. I said, perfectly fine. So that was Sunday afternoon. On Monday morning, she called me and she says, okay, these are the products I've got. I'm signing somebody up this afternoon. I said, great. What can I do to help you? Anything you need. She says, I think I'm good. On Tuesday morning, and this is before she left to go to the church because they were getting married at noon, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and she calls me and she's going over all the numbers and I had already gone in and looked. She had it. But her little boy, who is 6 years old, came running in and said, Mama, get off the phone. You're rushing to get married. You ought not be doing this right now. And she goes, shut up, get out. I got to finish this. She went silver. So she told me when she came in, she said, I'd like to go silver. When you make a decision and you just share, things happen. So don't ever think I can't do this. You don't have to know where the people are. When I went silver, I made a decision at the first of the year that I was going to be silver by the end of April. And January, February, and March were really kind of slow. But on the first day of April, a neighbor called me, actually called me the day before and said, come over to my house. And at that time, it was 20,000 points to go silver in 1 month. And she bought $11,000 worth of product that morning. And I went home and I said to Jeff, we're going silver this month. Well, it's only 6,000 now. Wow, that would have been awesome. I would have been silver that day. So, I want you to get in the mindset of you don't have to know where the people are. You're just going to share. Your idea is that if somebody will give you 3 months, that you can change their life and make it better. You can make it better physically and you can make it better financially, and it can be made better both. But people are going to do what they do for their reasons. So what we're going to do is we're setting up these weekly events. Your daily things is when you run into people, say, look, I'm doing something new and I'm really excited about it. It helps people feel good. Want to hop on a party with me and hear a little bit about it? You don't have to buy anything. That's how simple it is. And we don't push anybody, and as you do this, you'll just sort people out. We're creating a system that you can bring more people in. Latin America is more successful than anybody else. And so I'm a little bit breaking tradition in the U.S. because I'm going to run our team the way that they run the team in Latin America. Because whatever you want to be in life, if you want to be the best, you do it the way that they're doing it. And in the last 2 years when I went to Japan and I went to Italy, there were the first year there was 8 of us that were from the U.S. and there were 80 from Latin America. And when we went to Italy, there were 20 of us from the U.S. and there was 80 some from Latin America. So there's something that they do and the way they do it, and we want to replicate that. We want to keep incorporating new people because we've got products that really change lives. So Sunday's our first event. I'm going to challenge each one of you to invite somebody. Anybody who has a guest on Sunday, Jeff and I will send you a roll of tape. That's pretty good. You're going to get paid to bring a guest. I really want us to get started in this and do well. And then, actually, that'll be, let's think about this. Is that Sunday for this week and then it's the following Thursday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because we don't want to do too much. We'll do one event a week and then we'll go from there. So, all right. So, any questions or anything that you all have? And I hate this because I can't see anybody. I don't
Wait,
know.
so we are definitely we're doing hang on, sorry, I walked away from my notebook. We're doing this Sunday at 4 and then next Thursday at 7
No, we won't.
Eastern.
It'll be, well, I mean, we got to figure it
Or
out.
do you want to take a week off depending how Sunday goes?
We took a week off. We took a week off for
Last week.
Yeah, so I don't want to do another one. Jeff's in here trying to get it so that I can see everybody. Because
Oh, Jeff, you're the man.
yes, he is wonderful, but and he usually can fix anything. He's my Mr. Fix It, but sometimes I'm telling you, Zoom and I have had a love. You know, I discovered Zoom right after I got business in Peru, and I've been using it since then. But man, it just is what it is. It'll
minimize everything.
Zoom changes by the day.
And
Well-
yep, and it's a whole new ball game every day.
Well, they had a 500% increase in business. I mean, oh, there we are. See all of you. Yay, yay. Okay.
Yay.
Do we want to do Sunday and then I'm having a hard time.
Do you want to do 2 Sundays in a row to start?
No, I think we ought to do this Sunday and then then that'll be for next week. And then the following week we'll do Thursday.
So it's 2 Thursdays.
Right. Also, I want to let you all know that Ladies Leading Ladies is doing a tea, and that is at 1:30 this Saturday. And you can go to the Ladies Leading Ladies on Facebook and get the information. They're going to be talking about immunity this week, and that immunity is really good. Immunity is the #1 product sales in Nikken around the globe right now. And there's a reason for that. Immunity and lactoferrin can knock out just about anything. Any of you that have done any traveling with me know that I go with the arsenal when I go with it. I mean, I usually take 1 lactoferrin a day, but since March I've been doing 2 lactoferrins and my 2 immunities, and I've been very blessed. I haven't come in contact with anybody, and I haven't really been sick. And so, but
I got sick. I got very weak from no lactoferrin. My iron levels were just dragging in the dirt. I had blood work done. I hadn't been on lactoferrin from a shipment mishap that was my fault, and then couldn't get the products. And then, oh my gosh, I went 4 weeks without it. And then I had the worst iron tests I've ever had in my whole life, actually. And I felt terrible. So definitely is very important to keep doing what we're doing. Be consistent. It's like building your business. Be consistent with your wellness. Be consistent. Everything comes back to consistency.
Yep.
So.
I think that Kathy was my guest on the Sizzle call tonight, and you know that's what she talked about, how happy Nikken makes her, because you know she's got the wellness home, and those products have helped her immensely over the last couple of years. And I think, you know, anybody who uses these products, I know that they're going to get a response. I mean, if they're very, very healthy, they may not even notice it, but I know that it changes the body, and that's so exciting for me. It's in fact, I have to take, so I have a former NC State football player that had a 4-year ride at NC State, and he's about 43, 44 now, and he's bought several different products because he's been having a knee problem for a couple of weeks. And so I ordered him a knee wrap last week and gave him some samples of joint and gave him some CM cream. Well, I dropped it at his office on Friday, but he didn't get it. So he went by on Sunday and got it. And he texts me, he goes, okay, I know that I shouldn't be thinking this is weird, but this knee has hurt me the entire week. He said, and I put that knee wrap on, and within 15 minutes, I didn't feel it. And I said, it's not magic. It's the fibers. It's absolutely amazing. My right knee does the same thing. I mean, you all that follow me on Facebook know that I'm an avid walker. I mean, typically a small day for me is 4 miles, and sometimes I'll do it and I'll be fine, and then that right knee will just kind of be talking to me, and I can put that wrap on, and it makes all the difference in the world. And
Well, you could have told him it was voodoo and that you had a doll made like him, and that you
Right.
put the pin until he put the cream on it, and then you took the pin out. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh,
I would,
know.
you know, people are weird when you say the word magic.
yeah.
It takes a lot of, some people are okay. You know, in general, most people are like, what?
One day, when we're able to do booths and stuff again, if you have one of the water filters and you put magic water on it, people are drawn to that thing like you wouldn't believe. It's like,
Tell them it's a fountain of youth. They'll all drink it.
that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, fountain of
Oh,
youth.
Anybody got any questions or anything we didn't go over? Anything I can help you with tonight?
I just want to throw this in, Kimball. I finally got an appointment to an orthopedic doctor in Greensboro with my knee. They said my MRI showed that I had ripped my cartilage in that knee.
Ooh.
So anyway, I'm going the 23rd to have him look at it. So,
How is it doing now?
well, I do pretty good during the day, parts of the day. When I walk a whole lot, it feels like something's flapping and cracking and popping and moving. And then, in the afternoon, sometimes I'm hurting,
Well, they may have to clean it up, but if you've got torn cartilage, do you know the fact that you're still walking, how much the infrared and the joint has helped you? And I will tell you that there are people that have been found to be bone on bone and use that joint supplement and have gone back and the cartilage had regenerated. Now, I can tell you that if you've torn it, it may need to be cleaned up, but I'd say that as well as you've been doing is a real testament to the products.
Yeah,
Well-
she's using the sleeping bag and the grounding mat also,
Yeah.
I
as
was
well
gonna
as
say,
the.
because
I sure am.
I have a bad right knee from a car wreck, and it used to crack and pop like Rice Krispies. And since
Yeah.
I've been sleeping on the grounding mat, it doesn't even crack and pop anymore.
Isn't
And
that
I mean,
something?
I had bone on bone and had scar tissue, and some of the scar tissues even it's not there because it used to be really big, and it's not as big as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the longer you use the products, and I know this because I've been using them 14 and a half years now, the longer I use the products, the better it really gets. That's why I get people that are younger like Elizabeth and Cece and all on these products. I mean, if they stay with them, they can really make a huge difference. Everything about our health is about
They go all live to be old. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Oh,
If you don't have wellness, I mean, if you can't take care of yourself, how are you supposed to take care of anyone else that you care about? And especially
It's,
it's impactful for me being a single parent. If my dad's out of town and it's just me and my son, I mean, there's not a lot of people I would trust to ask for help.
Where do you live,
Yeah.
Elizabeth?
I'm in Morrisville, North Carolina.
Oh, you're not that far.
more
Yeah, and my parents,
I'm-
my mom and my stepdad actually live in Burlington and Gibsonville, actually, right by
Oh, okay.
Greensboro.
in the state sometime. My son and I are just moving in between. The address is Hall River, but technically it's Mebane.
Oh, I love
Oh,
it out
okay.
there. It's so nice out there. It's still country, but enough city, so you get all the
That's the
things
thing.
in
We're
a
not
small
very
area.
far, but it's not very far at all. And we're in a house that was built in 1810 and renovated in 93. And oh my God, it is gorgeous. The character of this house, I've never seen another house like it. I love it.
Oh,
Wait,
it sounds great.
That's Barbara talking, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Barbara. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I can't tell. Everyone's unmuted. Sorry.
Hey,
I've
Elizabeth.
been moving all day, so see, I put my face on now, but it's not.
Okay.
It's a rough face today.
Oh, come on.
already
Judgment
taken
free
makeup
zone for
off.
yourself, even. Hey, just live your best life. Do the best you can every day. You'll be all right. Keep
Girl, I
smiling.
got the bath in there drawn with Epsom salt. When I get out, I'm rubbing my feet down with CM cream.
CM cream.
Grounded mat. I'm telling you.
CM for the win.
Well,
Yeah,
Stacey,
yeah.
I want to thank you. You did a great job with the presentation tonight. That you did a really good job. And Christina, I hope you had a good, you enjoyed this, and I'll be back in touch with you. And that's, ladies, we're going to sign it off for tonight.
Kimball, can I ask you one question?
Yes, Betty, what's your question?
I got my Kinko air purifier yesterday.
Yay.
And I just wanted to know, do y'all keep your fan on auto, or do you do something different?
Put it on auto.
Okay.
And auto is the best because if it picks up any kind of germ or whatever,
Right.
it will grab up.
Well, at first it was red almost all the way across, and now it's blue.
It takes a while for it to clear everything out of the air. In fact, there was somebody that was telling me that it ran for 2 weeks on red before it ever went blue in one of their people's houses. But what that means is there was something there. I don't know what it was, but I love that. That is one of the best parts of it. And when I used to, back in the old days when patients used to be able to come and see me in my office, I had one there, and the clients I'd seen for a while knew if they came in and that thing turned red, they go, "Oh, we brought you a present." Because if it turns red, they'll always ask, "That thing's running faster and it's red." I said, "Well, you brought me a present, but I didn't want it, so it's taking care of it."
I think I'm going to love it.
You are, and the negative ions, you are just, I mean, it energizes you. It is, that's one of my very favorite things is that, and you know what, every house needs one of those air filtration systems now. I mean, they always have, the virus only makes it more important.
Yeah. Yay, I'm happy.
All righty, we will see you all later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.